and will play just off the front tonight. So here we go then, England against Ukraine here on the south coast. And straight away, a long ball forward here by James Trafford. England looking for a quick start. Ben Futcher's third game in charge of them now, having replaced Lee Carsley, with everyone moving up an age group. More competitions now. The under-21s have won 13 of their last 15 games. It's not often they struggle. England so often getting to the finals of the European Championship, and unless something really goes wrong over the next couple of games, they are likely to be there in Slovakia. But the job needs doing here tonight and against Azerbaijan at the home of Bristol City at Ashton Gate on Tuesday. Back here by Oliver Fedor. And Neshtet takes charge here for Ukraine. It's a constant cycle for every under-21 side in Europe to get to the European Championship. There is no world equivalent at this level of the men's under-20 World Cup, but nothing above that. It's slightly different in every region you watch youth football in around the world. It's Taylor Harwood-Bellis, the England captain. Murray Hutchinson, promoted with Ipswich up to the Premier League in the summer, made his loan move from Chelsea a permanent one with Kieran McKenna. Just a reminder, each team finishing top of their group goes through to the finals automatically, and then the three best second place sides will join them in Slovakia. And then after that, all of the other second-place sides will go into the playoffs next month. So a number of ways to qualify. England, having only dropped points twice so far with a single defeat, have themselves in a very strong position. But the Boffs have run the numbers and worked out that nothing can be settled for England here tonight, at least. A win is all they can do. A win they came close to getting when they faced Ukraine in October last year. England came back from 2 goals down as Noni Madueke and Charlie Cresswell scored, but Ilya Kravnitsia netted 4 minutes into added time after a second half domination by England. Here's Hutchinson. England looking for a quick start here. Not quite slip it through to McAtee. Philogene. Lewis Hall. Newcastle left back. Puts it away there to Voloshin. Fedor. Both these sides have kept their respective back doors shut in qualification in this campaign. Ukraine have only conceded 1 goal away from home so far. The lapse in the middle here as McAtee tucks it back. Hutchinson. Morton. McAtee, great footwork. They didn't quite find the finish. A positive start here by England. He just put too much on in the end there. And has such a wonderful low centre of gravity. He's only played a minute of football in the Premier League this season, but made the headlines as he netted away in Bratislava for Manchester City, which he netted in the friendly England played against Austria last month at Kenilworth Road. England the top scorers in the group, 32 goals they've amassed so far, 19 on home turf, just 1 conceded. Ukraine have set the standard, no doubt about that. Throw taken by Jarrell Quansah. Morton. Two Liverpool youngsters in this England team, Quansah and Morton. Forward here for the run of Krasnopir. The whistle has gone from the Swedish referee. There is Ben Futcher just to the right there. The referee wants to have a word here with McAtee. Not exactly sure what the issue is. It was a late challenge by McAtee right on the halfway line that the officials take an exception to here. England have won the group they've been in every qualifying campaign they've had since 2011, which is some going considering they have a campaign every 2 years. Back then they finished second but qualified as one of the 4 best second place sides. Last time they didn't qualify was 2006 when Peter Taylor was in charge. On that occasion they finished second and lost their playoff to France. Krasnopir. Getting it clear in the end through Morton, who dropped in to help out. And towards Delap. Certainly a very different player to his old man. Unai Malgosa is the Ukraine coach, a man who's worked closely previously with Sergei Rebrov. First foreign coach in charge of the under-21 side of Ukraine. And a man highly rated by the Ukrainian Football Federation. It's been a busy summer for them as well because Ukraine took part at the Olympic Games in Paris in the summer. Several of the squad here tonight were in that team. Philogene. Morton, nice pick out here. Archie Gray, a first touch for him. It is Gray. As far as Hall. Challenged firmly by Voloshin. Krasnopir. He didn't like that challenge either. Free kick Ukraine. Well, England not here to take this one lightly. Morton went in low, but the referee didn't agree with the way he challenged there. Morton making his first start tonight since the away game at Azerbaijan back in the later days of March. Very successful March it was. 5-1 they won away in Baku before hammering Luxembourg 7-0 at the home of Bolton Wanderers. Hutchinson. Free kick. He looks quickly here, Hutchinson. For Delap. And Delap's done really well. Can he square it? He tried to pull back instead there to McAtee. Maybe a sign of things to come here for England. Quansah. Very youthful crowd, as you can hear tonight at the Vitality. Lots of excitement in the town in recent days over hosting this fixture. Hall. Qualification. Hinshelwood playing at right back, a man who's shown his versatility for his club side Brighton, whether it's there or in the heart of midfield. It's his first competitive appearance tonight, Hinshelwood, having played in the friendly against Austria. He has had regular minutes at Brighton this season under Fabian Herzler. Harwood Bellis. Trafford. Hoping for a less busy season this campaign with Burnley after their relegation from the Premier League at the end of last year. Morton's hit that straight into the face there of Archie Gray. They'll have to recover quickly because Ukraine are stretching their legs. Quanta there, flexing his muscles. Hall. Philogene. Morton looking for that diagonal. Hinshelwood had gone ahead, so Hutchinson drops off into the space. It's a Ukraine throw here to be taken by Kostyantin Vivcharenko. With several Dynamo Kyiv players in the squad. Vivcharenko, one of the overage players in this Ukraine team, if you like, at the age of 22, but it's about your age when you start the qualifying campaign. Harwood Bellis. Any chance really that either side has created so far? Was that for James McAtee, who bent one over the bar? England have had 70% possession so far. Hutchinson. Well, he might have fouled his man there, but the referee happy to see player go on with Yarmoliuk. Mikavko. Harwood Bellis, who scored here recently in the colours of Southampton. McAtee just affords himself some time and space there by that fantastic first touch, and a beautiful ball here into Hutchinson. Ukraine looking to break here, and they nearly find themselves some space, but Morton recovered well. All just urging calm here for Quanta. Harwood Bellis. Game's starting to settle down a bit now as Hall looked to hit Philogene there. Hall, it's a determined run. He's regained his balance. Hall, Philogene, back to Hutchinson. Well, once or twice now, England have managed to open up Ukraine in wide areas. It's the same again there. As one wide man found another. Great determination by Hall initially. He kept that move alive there for England. Philogene with a cute ball back there to Hutchinson. He's found the net from that kind of position so many times in his fledgling young career. And by Clan. Yarmoliuk trying to move the ball here. Melnichenko. Mikavko. Quansah has to deal with this and did just in time, though Trafford was behind him as well. Gray. Just too far ahead of Hutchinson. Challenge there by Delap. The referee saw it as a foul and is happy to play the advantage, but with a backwards pass in the end, the referee stops play. Delap just putting himself about, I think it's fair to say. Another man who's had to make a step up this year. He was playing for Hull in the Championship last year, but Ipswich were the ones to sign him in the summer. Ben Futch, I'm sure, would have been watching on when England won the Euro in 2023. Voloshin has picked it up here. Ukraine are forced to move backwards. England had a qualifying group then of Czech Republic, Slovenia, Kosovo, Albania and Andorra. Which on paper at least looks a little bit easier than the one they've been dealt this time. Jones, the ultimate match winner for England in the final against Spain. He was drafted into the England squad earlier this week for Lee Carsley. Well, he's shown already that he looks set to give youth a chance in his time with the national team. Hutchinson, McAtee. Didn't quite have enough on it there to take it through to Delap. Shireko getting away the free kick. It's an England ball. Philogene. He's trying to help it on to Delap. It's almost clicking for England, just not quite at the moment. So much of their good play, though, going through James McAtee. Fouled by Hinchelwood. a bit over-eager in his challenge. Delayed fall as it was in the end. It's been some rise to prominence for him over at Brighton, given a chance by Roberto De Zerbi and Fabian Herzler, seeing his quality as well. Despite plenty of competition in the two positions that he can show that he is able to play in. Quanta wins the header. Philogene. Hinshelwood. And starting to turn things up now. Here's Hutchinson. Challenge off the ball there on McAtee, which goes unpunished. Philogene. Playing in the Champions League for Aston Villa last week against Bayern Munich. Player who was also at Hull in the Championship last season, but Villa deciding to take him back to the second city. Almost halfway through this first half already. England's more than dominating the ball. A little goal threat as things stand. Reminder, we will be bringing you England's game against Azerbaijan at Ashton Gate here on YouTube as well next Tuesday. Might want a 7:30 start there. Hall. And just beyond Delap, who appreciated the opportunity there, even though it wasn't quite taken. Yarmouk. On here for Klan. Ukraine yet to have a shot of any description in the game. England have kept them on the edge of the penalty area in the opening 23 minutes. Hutchinson. Sure, Delap quite realised that was intended for him there. He was going to carry on his run. In the end, he wins a free kick. Hinshelwood, Hutchinson. There's electric pace in these kind of areas. He's being held off well there by Yarmouk. McAtee is nipped in, it's McAtee! Good block by the goalkeeper. And it's the Manchester City man who goes close once again. In the end, a free kick for a foul on the goalkeeper. But England so close there to taking a lead. Stole in as Ukraine dithered on the ball. It was Oshirenko who was caught in possession. Maybe if it had been on his left side, it could have been 1-0. He only scored twice in these qualifiers in the away game at Serbia. Matchday 4, he actually scored twice in the opening 20 minutes in that one to set England on their way to 3 points. Trying to move the ball here with pace and purpose. Talking of that, here's Amari Hutchinson. Found himself in a Ukrainian sandwich. McAtee. Morton. He's going to win the free kick here. And the first yellow card game is handed out by the referee as it's given to Maxim Klan of Lechia Gdansk. He's had a couple of challenges coming his way. One of those who was part of the Olympic squad in Paris and elsewhere around France for that matter. So England free kick. Unless something really creative is going to happen here, I think we know where this ball is heading. Sent in by Morton. Quansah was there initially. Howard Bellis battling for it. There was a slight pullback there. That's in the end of Hall. Trying to find a way out here. Trafford well off his line. Had to get something on that and did. Flag now for offside. Well, Ukraine themselves have only reached the finals of the Under-21 Euro 3 times. They were runners-up in their first appearance in 2006 as they were beaten by the Netherlands in 2011 as well. They failed to win a game but drew with England as they went out of the group stage. In 2023 they went as far as the semi-finals before losing against Spain by 5 goals to 1. The lap. What a surging run. Another free kick. Ole Oshereko, a guilty party there. The lap has been a menace so far for England. No problem for Ukraine, wherever he's popped up on the field. Howard Bellis. Velashin hooks clear, but Gray there for England. Very much the youngest player in this starting 11 for the Young Lions at the age of 18. Doesn't turn 19 until next March. Hutchinson. Vivcharenko. That's the better of it. Hutchinson has met his match down that side so far. Morton. Hall. Ukraine defending in numbers. 2 banks of 4 behind the ball. Tyler Morton. And again Morton. Looks to pop it through and might have done here, but just beyond McAtee. Nice nod there by Krasnopir. Yamayuk. Of course, highly rated at club level by Brentford, and he was the reserve for the Ukraine squad at Euro 2024 in the summer. Didn't quite make the cut in the end. And Sergei Vevrov, the former Tottenham striker, who's the man in charge of Ukraine. England have the ball, but they don't have the lead. Benfica will be keen for his side to find a way through as quickly as possible. Straight out of play there, off the boot of Delap. Ukraine really haven't offered too much in an attacking sense so far in this one. They have been neat and tidy and efficient on the ball, but of course little threat to England in the final third. No problem here. Ilya Krupski has stayed down. Looks like he might have a muscle issue with that right leg. He was stretching there. Maybe a slightly awkward landing the way he came down as well, but certainly seems to be feeling the inside of that leg straight away. Man to be messed with, Ben Futcher. He stands at 6'5". Now 43, a centre half in his playing days for the likes of Oldham, Lincoln, Boston, Grimsby, Peterborough and Bury as well. Been in charge of the under-20 age group, the ELS, since 2023. The backroom staff there just trying to get some messages across to the Ukrainian side, who are a man light at the moment. And blood coming from the knee of Krupski there as well. Quansah. Howard Bellis. Philogene. Never looked quite set for the shot. McAtee struggling to find a way through as well. Gray. England are going to have to be inventive here. Nice ball by Philogene. Hutchinson. Morton. England being pushed right back here. Albert Bellis standing on the ball. Fedor. Klan. Kafko goes back. Ines Shiret. Nearly losing his footing there as well. A couple of players have slid around on this field so far. Hall. Virgin. Hall could get in behind here. Run past his opposite number, but Melnichenko was there on the cover. Lewis Hall. This game meandering towards half-time. Virgin. A clash there with the right back, but the referee saw nothing wrong. Krasnopir. Gray was barged into there by Voloshin. It's real good credit to Ukraine. They've done so well in this qualifying campaign. As I was saying earlier, without having played a single match in their homeland, they've always been travelling, whether they've been as the allocated home team or not. They've played in Slovakia twice, in Poprad and Kosice. They've played in Murcia in Spain for their game against Luxembourg and Azerbaijan as well, and went to Riga in Latvia for their match against Serbia. So they've had their own European tour. They've certainly delivered the results. Free kick for the trip by Melnichenko. I think Hakati continuing to ask the referee here if any further punishment is going to be dished out. Not too much in that, really. It's a game that needs a goal. This one pretty far out here, though Hutchinson is sizing it up. The referee keeping a keen eye on, a bit of pushing and shoving going on here. Delap getting involved with one or two. Standing on the shoulder here of Melnichenko, who's trying to keep an eye on him. Hutchinson leaves it. McAtee hoists it in. I suppose asking a lot though of Harwood Bellis, who from a very straight angle was having to watch that one drop over his shoulder. Well, they're continuing. Standing out of breath by the end of the night, I'm sure. I'm sure many of the fans here tonight, regulars here at the Vitality, watching Bournemouth under Andoni Iraola. It's one of his fellow countrymen in charge of Ukraine tonight who are keeping England out for now. Trafford has had very little to do so far. One flying header on the edge of his own penalty area has been about it for him. Quanta. Just over 5 minutes left in this first half. And they're no closer to finding a way through. Ball by Philogene. Hutchinson. Is this England's moment? McAtee. Ukraine is stretched. McAtee. Coming in there was Hinchelwood. Players claiming it's theirs. England get the call. Trying to get some excess mud off his boots. Here's Hutchinson. McAtee. Philogene. They're causing their own problems there in the end. Ball wins it back. Gray. Ball finds McAtee, who's the spare man. That's a great ball in towards the lap. Just a fraction too high for him. It was very nearly the opening goal there for England. To play it a lot quicker in the second half if they're to break Ukraine down. They've got a tough cookie to crack so far. A free kick there when it seemed like a foul challenge on Philogene. Safely into the arms of Ruslan Neşteré. Quansah. Gray. Made the move in the summer to Tottenham. For a good few years in the side at Leeds, which is remarkable considering his age. Hutchinson will reach this. Touches, and only touches at the moment of brilliance from Omari Hutchinson so far. This, in the end, wasn't one of them. A bit of a hurried cross from him. There's over a minute left of normal time. We will have some added time because of the injury to Kupski earlier in the half. Omari Hutchinson. The lap. Always a willing runner. It's a great change of pace there. And Liam Delap has won England a late corner. McAtee with the in-swinger and the header. Well, Quansah, I think, was the man who got something on it there. England, though, claiming it went out of Ukraine player last.
1 minute additional time. 1 minute.
It was flicked off Quansah's back in the end. A single minute of additional time. Quansah with a Massive leap once more. Philogene. Last chance here for England. McAtee. Oh, good run. And right the way across, and somehow Ukraine keep it out. Hutchinson was there right underneath the crossbar. After a great late run there by Lewis Hall to send it across. And incredibly, this game remains 0-0. Darted into space there. Hutchinson just couldn't keep it down. And with that, at least half-time here at the Vitality, where at the moment it is goalless. England have dominated in almost every single aspect of the game. The lap has been in the thick of things throughout. Hutchinson has had chances. James McAtee as well, having one close-range effort blocked by the goalkeeper, Neshtadet. Ukraine, for their part in the game, have barely been out of their own half so far. It's been all England. Ukraine haven't had a single shot in the game. England have had 6, but just 1 on target. That has to improve, as does the performance overall. Half-time score here at the Vitality Stadium. England 0, Ukraine 0. Of course, this game has much more riding on it for England than it does Ukraine, who are already through to the finals in Slovakia next year. England not quite there yet. They are 5 points behind Ukraine in the table. And if they do still want to win the group, have to win this match as a minimum before then winning against Azerbaijan in Bristol on Tuesday. Ukraine, meanwhile, are finishing up away to Serbia. They've got a game against them on Tuesday as well in stalemate. There with a simple claim, and these are the times now where England have really got to hit Ukraine, where their defence and midfield isn't set. They've got players ahead of the ball. Here's Hall. Haru there, who's just come on. Gray, Hall. England with 67% possession at the latest count. Hutchinson. It was a similar level of possession when the sides met in their previous meeting at the back end of last year. A game that actually took place in Kosice, in Slovakia itself. Where these two teams will be hoping they'll be heading next summer. Howard Bellis. Philogene. Gray. Morton will have to go back. Plenty of other under-21 action going on across Europe today. Big win for Romania. They beat Montenegro by 6-2. Portugal winning 3-1 away to Faroe Islands. Germany overcoming Bulgaria. France the winners against Cyprus. Turkey beating Latvia 3-0. Czech Republic won 2-1 away at Wales, and Poland convincing winners against Kosovo as well. Ireland minutes away from beating Norway in their game at the moment, which is taking place at Turner's Cross in Cork. This game will finish the latest of them all. As Hutchinson tries to cross, Delap! That wasn't far away, the best chance he's had so far. It's been unselfish in his play up until now, trying to bring others in, but as soon as that ball sat for him there on the edge, he's always going to take it on. Again, putting it into the Steve Fletcher stand, but not too far away. Back here to Krasnopir. We've seen very little of the ball in the game so far. England bench not happy there. The throw has gone Ukraine's way. Lovely back heel. Braharu. Challenged well by Gray. He thought he was then fouled. Play goes on here. Fedor. Looks at the Hall. Hutchinson finds Philogene. A firm fixture in this side. Hall. Looks like it's going to be a similar pattern in this second half. Delap, Amari Hutchinson, McAtee! England again knocking on the door. Such a delightful player to watch, James McAtee. Great technique on the ball. Just has that little bit of swaz that left footers always seems to have when you watch them. Combination of England players helping it to him in the end. Inches away from hitting the target. Hinshelwood has left Khan in a heap on the ground. He was the only man to be booked in the first half. Philogene has done really well. The lapse in the middle. Straight though down the throat of Neshtere. Too tight for the shot there, if that was what was intended. Hutchinson has done well to win the throw here. Hinshelwood will take. Gray. England playing with much more pace in this second half. Philogene, Hutchinson. Although they haven't scored in the opening 7 or so minutes of this second half, they're looking much more of a threat. It looks like on Ukraine's part at least, they're starting to open up a bit. On. Quanta went in hard there. Play goes on. The referee didn't see it as a foul. Yarmoliuk will put this one out of play so that Voloshin can get some treatment. This was the chance for Hutchinson, known for his heading ability. Having a word in the ear here of the referee that didn't seem to go down too well. Just the challenge from Kwanzaa. The referee clearly thought that he won the ball, but maybe he took a piece of the man as well. There is another change upcoming here for Ukraine. It looks as though Ihor Horbak is going to come on. Taken by Vivcharenko. And England have won it, and Philogene could be in here for England! Saved by the leg of Neshire. They're doing everything but score here at the moment. So a yellow card handed out there as well for that challenge. England really should be at least one to the good here by now. Free kick taken far too quick for the referee's liking, who was still jotting one or two things down. Yellow card for Archie Gray. The lap not making friends with the referee either. Morton it was who made that foul. There were two yellow cards handed out there. Delap might have got the second of them. Meanwhile, Ukraine coming forward. Khan with Cherenko across. Making their way through Philogene. Akati. Delap. It might have got out off him in the end, indeed it did. So here come the changes. The masked footballer coming on. Artem Smolyakov will be introduced here.
And replacing number 9, Ihor Krasnopir. Number 20,
Krasnopir also making way. So two changes in the front line then for Ukraine as they look to freshen things up. Smolyakov, left back by trade, plays for Polisia Zitomie. Ihor Horbak of Zorya Luhansk is on loan from Dynamo Kyiv at the moment, wins his 4th cap at this level. He's mainly been a substitute for his club side this season. Just tucks it away. Harwood Bellis, England very neat and tidy in clearing up. Quansa. Harwood Bellis, the two have looked a very steady partnership tonight. Harwood Bellis looking to release Delap. Delap stopped in the end by Melnichenko. Parpati Lviv. Shireko, the guilty party there, and tempers starting to rise a little bit here with the vitality. A clear block, and the referee couldn't have been in a better position to see it. McAtee didn't have enough on it to find Philogene. Ukraine hit their own man. Just waiting for that goal, Ben Futcher. Says that no qualifying campaign goes by without any problems at all. A lot has changed since they met Ukraine last time. So going back and assessing that game wasn't always necessarily going to help them coming into this one. A lot can change in under-21 football in a year. So England are ready to make an alteration here. I mentioned Morgan Rogers went through a long warm-up at half-time. Molyakov is off and running. And Voloshin is in here. What a challenge by Hall. He was heading towards goal in some respects. Just pulling the trigger. Maybe going towards that near post, looking at the line there. Trafford might have had it covered, but not to know. It is a Ukraine corner. Their first of the game. Good depth on it, Trafford punches. Voloshin couldn't head it towards goal. Hutchinson. England at the moment towards a second 0-0 draw in the space of 3 games. Back-to-back 0-0 draws in competitive matches. Only had one qualifier in the last international window and then played Austria in a friendly in their second match. Hutchinson. Quansah firing it through, but beyond Morton, but Delap has it now! It's Delap. Well, he was having his shirt pulled there, which surely has to be a retrospective yellow card. One of the most exaggerated shirt pulls you'll ever see. Interesting to see who England decide to take off here. It looks like it will be a double change for the young Lions. Hinchelwood. Gray. Hutchinson. Still Amari Hutchinson. Nice ball there. Hinchelwood will have it back. Two number 10s coming together. As Yarmolyuk comes out on top for Ukraine. Excellent play. He's gone again here. Now it's a throw. Here comes that yellow card for the shirt pull. And England are going to send on Morgan Rogers and Jamie Gittins here.
Number 20, Morgan Rogers.
Morgan Rogers will come on here. Did have a bit of a knock from the game that Villa played against Manchester United in their last league game. Jamie Gittens, who's been having some great experiences out with Borussia Dortmund in Germany. Played a starring role in their 7-1 hammering of Celtic in the Champions League recently. It's going to come on here for Amari Hutchinson, whose debut ends at the 63-minute mark. So interesting to see where Rodgers slots in here. Presumably he's going to play pretty high up, a man who's shown his versatility for England, whether he's played as a 10 wide or as a number 9 like he did in the away game at Azerbaijan. England pushing, but still no goal in this game. Ponser back here to Trafford. Almost a foul throw there. Ball into the sky. Shireko was left to it there by McAtee, who didn't fancy the aerial challenge. Ukraine suddenly with numbers forward. It's a great ball over. It had to be tucked behind by Hinshelwood, who didn't really know what was behind him. It's a great teasing ball across there. England forced to concede another corner. Ukraine's second. They've certainly come out of their shell since half-time. Been a lot more ambitious. Another corner which England deal with through Harwood Bellis. Yarmouk. Praharu is cut inside. Nowhere near the goal in the end. Attendance confirmed here at the Vitality tonight as 9,858. Haru way off there. Certainly had fans worried in some areas of the ground. That's gone behind here. England looking to take this corner quickly through Gittens. Hinshelwood. Morton. 3 in there. Rodgers. Such a huge frame to him. Deflection on that attempted ball in. Goes through to Neshret. The fans trying to do their bit here. At the moment, England's struggling to find a breakthrough. Gittens has gone over to play on the left-hand side now. Philogene switching out to the right. Wolashin. Praharu. Curling one. Couldn't quite squeeze it back inside, but a nervy moment again for England there. Raharu showing his attacking intent there. It's not reshuffle now in the Ukraine side, has seen him move further forward. Inshawit. Kwanzaa. Great ball into Philogene. Raharu. Now Fedor. There's so much space ahead of him. Ukraine have won another corner. They're certainly the dominant side here at the moment, as Voloshin forces another flag kick. Well, he's in great goal scoring form. He scored 4 goals in his last 4 games for Ukraine, no matter what level it's been at. England not having things all their own way here at the Vitality anymore. Though in a roundabout way, it might end up helping them. The corner's bending and they forced it home. Taras Mikavko has scored on his debut for Ukraine. And England find themselves behind here against Ukraine. And again, they simply have to win if they want to win this group still. And the Ukraine fans inside this stadium certainly showing their colours now. It was a wicked bending ball in that maybe Trafford let travel a little bit too far in the end. And on his first appearance for Ukraine's under-21s, Taras Mikavko has scored. He was playing at the under-19 European Championship in the summer, having been left out of the Olympic squad. He's netted here for the 21s, and Ukraine lead in Bournemouth.
Substitution for Ukraine, replacing number 17, Ole Fedor, number 18, Alexander Yatsen.
Ole Fedor here is making way. Fifth international appearance at this level for Alexander Yatsyk. Zoyu Luhansk. And having dominated this game for long spells, now find themselves behind, having switched off from that corner. Ukraine knew that even with a point here tonight, the group would be theirs with a game to spare. The win certainly has them in top spot, no matter what happens on Tuesday. The gap would be far too much for England to bridge at that stage. Karlon Gittins, free kick. Quanzaa. Philogene. Found himself in a tangle there with Smolyakov. Ball poked forward. And they could be in again here. Yatsik doing the early running. Still Yatsik. And the deflection takes it back, thankfully, to Trafford. England now suddenly running out of time. They do not want to finish their qualification campaign. A bit of a tricky spell. Gittins there, nearly winning the ball back. He's saying it was handball. Looking towards the referee, who was unmoved. Inchwood has to go back. Kwanzaa. Ian Harwood-Bellis stepping forward a bit more now as they try and move the game up here, England. Morton's lost it. Ukraine have it and they've got their tails up here now. Yatsik has slipped it through and Kwanzaa tucks it back. Here they come again, Braharu. He's already gone for goal once. Easing away. Now the counter on with Rogers. Morgan Rogers with a heavy touch there, really well-timed intervention. Indichenko with a fantastic interception. Kavko. More back. Going for it from a fair distance out. Yarmoliuk. Smolyakov, they're queuing up here for Ukraine. They're almost heading towards the car park.
This evening's attendance is 9,858, 9858. Thank you for your support. And some delays and disruptions with the rail service. The last train to Winchester from Folkestone is at 10:14. And the London Waterloo train from Folkestone at 23:14 will only travel as far as Southampton Central.
Some bad news coming through for those who might have travelled down from London here. Folkestone, Boscombe, the nearest train station here. The Vitality, and the last train only going as far as Southampton, which is very bad news. Rogers trying to find a way through, it went off him and behind. And then looking like they had to make another switch here. Thinking might be a change in midfield here for the young Lions. From the home side again with Gittins. Well, he's kept it in play here, but then couldn't keep his feet. Goalkeeper wanted to pick that one up as well, but wasn't given the opportunity to do so. Voloshin slapping the ground in frustration there that the free kick wasn't given against Harwood-Bellis. Might have already qualified here, Ukraine, but taking this one extremely seriously. Elliot Anderson ready to come on.
For England, replacing number 6, Tyler Morton.
Morton, who
number 16,
has
Elliot
booked
Anderson.
as well in this game, is going to come off. A number of this England under-21 side were on the move in the summer. Anderson, another one of those. He switched the North East for the East Midlands, switching Newcastle for Forest. Down by Kwanzaa. And by Smolyakov. From range, it's a ferocious effort there by Voloshin. Clock is ticking, and it feels like it's ticking faster than ever right now from an England point of view. Tanas Mikavko with the only goal so far. Up by Anderson. Howard Bellis into Kwanzaa. He didn't need something in soon. Hinshelwood. It was looking so good for England at the top of this second half, but things haven't really happened for them since then. Ukraine as well have been much, much better. Far more adventurous and courageous in everything they've done. Rogers. Gittins, two substitutes combining. Formerly known as Jamie Bino Gittins, but now just Gittins. Decided to change in the summer. Free kick to Ukraine. England going to alter anything else here? They've made 3 changes so far, have one more substitution window available to them. They still have Samuel Illing Jr. of Bologna on loan from Aston Villa, and Dane Scarlett on the bench as well as attacking options. Scarlett, who was brought into the squad after the initial announcement. Looks like there might be further action there. See Ben Futcher issuing some instructions. Here's Rogers, trying to do it all himself. McAtee, Delap, Rogers! Oh, that was a lovely move. It just lacked the finish. So many times England have put 2 or 3 quick passes together just like this and got themselves into a good position. Just haven't finished things off, and Rogers way off there with his finish. Well, it's going to be those 2 I mentioned, actually, Dane Scarlett and Samuel Illing Jr. to come on to try and salvage something here. Chedeko. Kafko, the goal scorer, back to Neshire. He's had plenty of efforts towards his goal, but not really too many efforts he's had to save. Made one really good block from McAtee in the first half. We've got 7.5 minutes left here at Bournemouth. Ukraine with a man down, but it's not a head injury. So play will continue here. As Horvath lies on the grass. McAtee. Well, it's just about summed up his second half. He's rarely been involved at all.
Ukraine replacing number 11.
So Ukraine to change first. Nazar Jin will make way.
And a substitution for England, showing appreciation for 14, Jack Hinshelwood.
Will come on.
Being replaced by 23, Dane Scarlett. And replacing number 11, Jaden
So
Philogene.
England taking off their right back here.
Number 17,
Jaden Philogene as
Samuel
well.
Elling Jr.
Elling Jr., who joined Aston Villa in the summer from Juventus and looked set to be part of their squad, but was loaned out towards the end of the transfer window to Bologna. He's spending another season in Italy. There he is. Rogers taking a quick throw. Delap couldn't make it stick. Offside is the call. England growing more and more frustrated here now. Ukraine taking all the time they can with every single free kick and throw. England just getting a little bit sloppy out there in everything they're doing. Hall. England have cleaned up in these kind of situations very well, where they've been pinned back. Trafford bending one up to halfway, trying to play off Rogers. Scott, it might have been there rather, who dropped in. Ball. Ukraine have it with Kasnitsia. Deflected cross from Vicharenko. England looking to counter here now. Rogers. Will it run for Delap? Not quite. Lomachenko, his nemesis once more. Certainly a hurried nature to everything that England are doing here now. Rogers trying to slip it through. McAtee, he goes down, and the referee gives a free kick right on the edge of the area. It could scarcely have been closer. McAtee with the ball in his hands straight away. This is going to be his. He took it on. Must have been very, very close there. You can see where the defender actually fell. It was right on the line. Bearing in mind the line itself is part of the penalty area. England must have a good shout there for that being a spot kick, but a free kick it is instead. Ukraine's wall is 5 strong. They've got the draft excluder down there as well. Haru has that job. McAtee has this job for England. It is McAtee! Yes! What a goal from James McAtee! He belted that in. And a tribute on his shirt as well underneath his match shirt there. George Bulldog, who very sadly died this week.
James McAtee!
England are late on, and McAtee there bent it beautifully. Rogers the decoy, and McAtee, who won it, placed it perfectly. His 4th goal at under-21 level. Manchester City man has had quite the couple of weeks. Rest easy, brother, reads the t-shirt underneath. Lovely tribute there after some extremely sad news in the football world this week. As Ukraine here have a free kick. Shireko is going to place it down here. England have just had another yellow card for the concession of that free kick. Shireko, as Ukraine look to re-establish their leads. Going to dip it over Trafford again. Well, a moment of real quality there from James McAtee. People often say that those free kicks are too close in to bend up and down. Well, he managed to beat that myth. Delivered in fine style, and England now looking for a late turnaround themselves as they were beaten late on in against Ukraine, rather, away from home. Having conceded in the 94th minute to lose the game, they'll now be looking for an added time goal themselves to win it. And here come Ukraine. Braharu. They've got numbers here. Molyakov couldn't carry it. Milling Jr. looking to set England forward. Yarmolyuk. Just trying to get the ball back as quickly as possible. No free kick there as Delap goes in, and England now have three forward. Rodgers. Listens to his left.
There will be a minimum of 5 additional minutes.
Milling Jr. England still have plenty of time to win it. Got to find some composure here, though. Oh, that's a bit frantic out there. Gittins. 5 minutes of additional time. Albert Bellis. Rodgers. Trying to find a different way. He's the scorer of the equaliser. McAtee. Howard Bellis. Once 3.5 minutes left here for England to force home a dramatic winning goal. Well, the ball McAtee wanted into Rodgers, but it worked out anyway. Gittins. Scarlett among those in the middle. It's back to Scarlett. So it's up the line, and they've done it. This is sensational, and it's James McAtee again. England reversing what happened to them in the away game back at the end of last year, and with 2 goals right at the end of this one, the young Lions have done it. It's surely going to be destination Slovakia now. James McAtee, after such a quiet second half, has popped up here twice for England to make it count and win the game for the young Lions.
Also for England, number 10, James McAtee!
Hopefully not too many people left early because they've missed all the action. Gittins it was who got to the byline. Scarlett tried first, and McAtee, with such coolness in front of goal, didn't thrash at it, picked a corner instead. And it has been the late show here from England. The senior team undone by Greece late on last night. The under-21s have finished strongly here at the Vitality. And at the bottom of that pile is James McAtee. Stunning. And England have the win they wanted surely now. There are still over 2 minutes left. Certainly the message from this one is to never give in, even if things aren't going well for you, as it really wasn't for England. Ukraine heading towards their first defeat. And England will move to within 2 points of Ukraine now. They have to hope at least drop points against Serbia in their final match. And it comes down to goal difference, of which for the moment it is superior for England. They are 14 goals better off. They're looking to make the point safe here with a third goal. Delap. Oh, that's a wonderful touch. And Delap is in! Good save by the goalkeeper. That would have put a fine cap on it there. Brilliant by Delap, who has been excellent all evening. Just didn't open up his body enough there in the end for the finish. The goalkeeper managed to get enough on it to claw it away. Well, the official clock here is saying that we've got 35 seconds to run, but I think that'll probably be more like 1 minute and 35. Oh, excellent from Rodgers. England get the decision. He's been a really positive impact since coming on, Morgan Rodgers. This one a free kick here for England, deep into added time. Now it's up to the referee, who's probably going to allow at least a minute here because of the celebrations following that goal. A reminder that with the clock standing here at 88 minutes, England were losing, and now incredibly, thanks to that man alone, England have won this football match and are surely going to Slovakia next year. Nothing is confirmed here tonight. Barring a mathematical miracle, England will be in the finals once again to defend their crown. Here tonight, man they'll be feeling as their king is James McAtee. A delightful free kick after 88, and he tucked home in the second minute of added time as well to complete the turnaround for England, who had trailed after Taras Mikavko had netted for Ukraine after 71 minutes. What an incredible ending here at the Vitality, where England gave absolutely everything and threw everything at Ukraine and came up trumps in the end. McAtee the hero, and England almost certainly going to be going to Slovakia next year. Full time here at the Vitality Stadium. Incredibly, it has finished. England 2, Ukraine 1.
Well, it took a little bit of time for them to click in the attacking mode there, but wow, what a finish from the young Lions, Mike. Incredible. Lovely to have a couple of England goals to announce at the home of the Cherries at the end there. And that makes things really, really interesting at the top of Group F of qualifier, because it means England, with 1 game remaining, are now 2 points behind Ukraine going into the final round of fixtures on Tuesday. Only the winners of the group are guaranteed to go through to the finals next summer in Slovakia. It means if England beat Azerbaijan on Tuesday at Bristol City and Ukraine lose in Serbia, England will win the group and go straight through. The defending champions, of course, as well. But as they make their way round, a big thanks to Ukraine and their amazing supporters for their part in this game here this evening. We do please show your appreciation for our young Lions as they make their way around the field and make a great night here at Bournemouth.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for your support. Good night.
A big thank you too to M&S, our sponsors, to Chase and to EE, of course. And as we say, do follow on social channels, and if you fancy being part of that game on Tuesday night against Azerbaijan at Bristol City, There are still tickets available. Hashtag Young Lions for all of your social media content from this evening. Follow us at England as well. But thank you very much, Bournemouth, for being behind the Young Lions all the way through to the end this evening. A fabulous 2-1 win. Bournemouth, let's hear it one more time for your Young Lions!